Right, so we filed all this down and they are now all quite level. There are here and there slight issues. They can be fixed later when we do the crowning. So you have to get one of these guys, little beveling tools. Not beveling tools, sorry, the little rockers. Because they're actually really good in finding duds. So I've got a couple of problems further down the neck around here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave them because there seem to be minute little issues here and there, and we'll fix that when we do the crowning, because then we've got more control. This is kind of like the broader strokes, trying to get everything as good as it can be up to that point. So one of the problems we've got now is obviously that these threads have been flattened off at the top, so we now need to do all the crowning of all of them, and that is the ideal opportunity to then also fix whatever the rocker finds. And because this fretboard is completely level, I've actually had a look with this guy, so not on the, if I put this on the frets, this neck is actually really straight. So it really is just, from now on in, it's just the normal kind of fretwork that needs to be done on an older guitar. So considering how nice this neck actually is, the neck is probably worth a good 60-70 pounds as it is, because it is actually very nice. The way it's been worked down here, everything about it is great. The truss rod seems to be great, the wood seems to be great. It is again one of those cases where they fucked it all up in the assembly and in some of the quality control at the end. It didn't help that this guitar has obviously been neglected and is fairly old. So the first thing that we did is we used a flat abrasiveness, basically a file or something that can level all the frets at the same time, but that makes sure that all the frets are kind of level, but there will still be little issues here and there with little frets that that pop out a bit, and the only way that you can find those is with a little rocker. And basically what you do, this is quite simple, is you put them over 3 frets and you see if it rocks. If it doesn't rock, it means those 3 frets are exactly level. Now you've got to try them over the whole width of the frets, because you might have, the fret might be going like this, so you want to make sure that you hit all the spots. And the reason it's got different sides is so that you can get to the different lengths of frets. So once you get about here, you'll have to start using a shorter side. So I missed one there. I don't know if you can hear that rocking there. That means that right there it's a little high. This middle fret is a bit high. Doesn't rock there, doesn't rock there, doesn't rock there. Rocks there right on the edge and right on the edge. So right here and right here at the edge, this guy's a bit high. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these protectors that you can buy on Amazon or eBay. I've got the little pieces marked with black, and now we're going to work that away on both sides with quite an abrasive file. I keep this lying there because you tend to lose your way with these where you are, so I can tend to keep it there. Now give the fret a wipe so that you wipe off all the kind of abrasive material, whatever's come off, because otherwise it might interfere with the rocker. The rocker is very sensitive, extremely sensitive to height differences. So if you've got little fine filings lying on top of your fret, it might actually give you a wrong reading, if you like. So make sure that they are all gone. You actually repeat this process right across the fretboard. We still have a bit of height down here. Now you can also tape up with masking tape. You can tape, put masking tape on your fretboard to protect it. I find that always leaves some sort of glue on the fretboard, which is obviously easily removed, but I prefer to try and prevent that. This edge seems to be quite a bit of a nuisance, quite high. Now, this is a bit laborious, but it is definitely worthwhile. You can even do this on the guitar where you think there's a couple of dead frets. And sometimes dead frets are not necessarily a problem with the fret levels, but there could be a problem could actually be a problem with certain resonances which kind of dampen the string. Resonances within the neck. Apparently a truss rod can also do it. The truss rod isn't nicely nice and solid inside your neck. So you pretty much do this all the way around, all the way down your neck. Make sure that everything is nice and doesn't rock. This is the one I was still working on. It's always the sides, it seems. So it's that simple. That's how you work your way down. After this we will do some crowning. That is a little bit harder because obviously with the crowning you need to try and make sure that you don't change the height of the fret again, because otherwise you're just back where you started. So that's all. Thank you very much.